Hey guys, it is me, Phoenix. We're going to do a finance read to see where your finances are and see what you got going on. We're going to pull from the Money Blocks Oracle, the Manifest Success Oracle, and I forget the name of this one by Midnight Oracle. And then we're going to pull from Marek X, their finance oracle, both one and two. The Show Me the Money deck by Sierra Monroe, and also the Shadow Energy by Marek X, and then regular tarot, but this is not the Rider Waite. It's a version of the Rider Waite, but it's not the actual one. So that is what we're going to do. Please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. Red hearts if you made it through, purple hearts if it resonates, green hearts if you're working on it, yellow hearts if you rock with me. Got my six, meaning have my back because I have yours. Let's see what's going on with your finances. A new life is here, fresh start. There is some kind of start that's happening in the situation that you're going through. It says it's hopeless. Don't give up. Money flows where attention goes. I see myself being rich. So you have to be able to see yourself being rich, new life. You may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to your old job. You may also get a tempting job offer or a new place. So that is a good thing. Strategy is here. It says you need a step-by-step plan of attack to reach the next level. Get the advice of someone who is already where you want to go. And so we oftentimes try to get advice from people that we know. And so that is what it's saying. The new life only comes when you have a strategy, but you can't talk to the people who are not doing the things that you want to do. Personally, me, I don't even communicate with them, just because, not saying that I'm better, but it's like when you're on a journey and you feel like things are happening and it's hopeless, you are nine times out of get 10 getting the energy from the people that you've been around. Health comes out, and then another card. Yeah, parenthood comes out. Bottom of the deck is Gaia. Trust that the universe has a better plan than you do. And it says, spend time with nature to be healed, soothed, and regrouped. And it says the tools that you need: protecting the planet, herbalism, and working with nature in some type of way. So that is what is happening. You're trusting in the plan. You're trusting in divine timing. Health is here. It says it's time to improve your financial health and habits. It says, replenish your energy and fully energize to prepare for what's next. And then it also says the tools. It says, or maybe the job. It says doctors, nurses, dentists, therapists, and any career in healing. So you are healing based upon this new situation, but the parenthood is here. Healing your inner child will help you make money. Don't forget to nurture yourself while you work towards your goals. And the job, it says caregiver, teacher, pediatrician, and any career centered on children. This is you healing your childhood wounds, because again, what happens is that why we start to limit and lack and doubt ourselves is because of something that has probably been affected, or affected us when it came to our childhood. I don't know what's that on my card. It looks like chocolate. But yeah, something that has affected us that keeps us doubting or keeps us not believing or keeps us becoming non-believers, shall I say. And so that is why that energy is there. So again, heal yourself. Understand your inner child and know from there. The past always is our teacher. So we need to understand that. So let's see what's coming out in this deck. Okay, these cards come out. I didn't like the way they came out. Smart, work smart, recognition, and then outlook. So at some point, the universe is saying that you don't have an outlook on where you want to go, and you feel like you're not being recognized, but you're working harder, not smarter. And so this is what you need to learn from. I'm going to pull it up in the upright so that you can understand what it is. Are you making it harder than it has to be? Sometimes the solutions are that simple. Perhaps it's time to clean house personally and professionally, to start with a clean palette. Stick to the basics. Stick to the basic needs when it comes to spending, and put some money aside. So this is you working smarter. Before, you were working harder and not smarter. And so that's where you felt like you weren't being recognized. It says your money is looking good and solid. Whatever you are working on now will you win you the respect of others. It says you can earn a leadership position, or get the recognition you deserve. Hold on one second. My great nephew just walked in with some construction glasses on. The outlook: improve your relationships with money to help grow your wealth. It says you may have conflicting values that impose negatively on your values around money. Change behaviors and develop better money habits. And so that's what you're doing. Yeah, that's what you're doing now, is that you're looking at things from a different perspective and you're going from there. The bottom of the deck is doo-doo-doo-doo. The people you spend the most time with shape who you are. And so back to, I mean, I'm just telling you, that's why I said I'm not around people. um Back to when it comes to what you're doing and the people that you're, oh, you're leaving, bye. The people that you're around, it's like you have to understand that this is what's shaping you. So the strategy is to ask people who have been there and done the things that you want to do, and that's the strategy. You cannot ask people for who don't know exactly where you are. So that means you going onto YouTube and looking for people that are in that same industry or doing the same thing that you're looking for. Right now, I'm looking for grants. Do you think I'm going to talk to somebody who's working a job? No, I'm going to go and find people in that industry that are familiar. I'm not looking, I'm learning how to write grants. And I'm learning, and it's hard to get in there. Um, there's not a door that can be opened when it comes to, people all want money, and that's fine. I'll pay for somebody to teach me something, but is this a fly by night career for them, or is it something that they've been doing? So that is self sufficiency and comfort. It says here, I'll just read a little bit. Significance, bounty, reward, success, relief, value, status, important, worthy, and security. So at this point, you're not in a situation to where you feel like it is going to be sufficient and you're comfortable with even doing something new. But that's the reason why it's telling you to stick to it. You know, everything is going to work out, but not if you're working hard and you feel like you're going to be recognized. You're not going to be recognized, and the outlook is going to be shady. You're not going to be able to really see what it is with a magnifying glass until it starts to happen. But you got to work smarter, not harder. A surplus of resources. Exactly. Like I said, you have to find the resources and the people that you need to be around, or that are doing the things that you want. And when you're around people that aren't doing those things, you get discouraged really fast because you don't have anybody to talk to and understand what it is that you're trying to do. You're, yeah, penny pitching. So with the game of life and how to play it, I go back to the things that I know, right? Sugar daddy. Ooh, maybe you'll find you a sugar daddy, but no, or mama. When it comes to the game of life, and how to play it, it says that you have to, as money goes out, money comes in. And if you want to be in a situation to where the money is flowing to you, you can't hoard the money. And penny pension is not going to get you to where you need to be. If you feel the need to do something, you have to just spend. Yeah. So this is because you're trying to build a foundation, and this is what you're doing, but it's making you uncomfortable and making you look at the easier way out, which is to get a job and not to follow your dreams. Money loss. Yeah, you've lost money in the past, and that's where the fear is coming in at. But the money lost in the past is because, again, you had a shopping addiction and you were overspending. And I'm not saying that penny pinching, when I say to spend money, I'm not saying to go spend all your money. I'm saying to go out to invest in certain things, but it's not about shopping and buying the latest outfit. It's about investing into the things that you desire, the things that you want to be a part of. Financial abuse. I had to tell my son, sometimes we pay for our conversations. So if you're at a place and, we had this conversation this weekend, if you're at a place and there's somebody in a, in the industry that you want to be in, or is doing something that you want to do, and the conversation is getting really good, right? Fruitful collaboration and financial abuse, there's a difference. This is financial abuse when you're addicted to shopping, you have a shopping addiction and you're overspending. That's the reason why I create businesses, or my businesses, because I like to shop, but I would buy clearance things and put them on. Like you see the trends now that people are online doing it. At that point when I was doing it, 15, how old is my son? He'll be 19 in a couple of days. 19 years ago when I was doing it, there was no recognition. There was Facebook, but there was nowhere of no Poshmark. I did eBay, so I would buy stuff on and put it on eBay. So I made $10,000 almost a month on eBay, wholesaling, reselling. Is that what they call it now? And I would go to garage sales. I would buy new and used clothes. A lot of the clothes were clearance. So again, at that point, I made my shopping addiction because that's my therapy, right? And overspending, I made that into a business. And I would penny pitch in regards to what I would buy, but I would buy it and it would always be able to flip it. Now, Sugar Daddy, I never wanted anybody to hold over my head what I did. So the financial abuse and the fruit collaboration, it came with me learning about how to collaborate and how to make things work, if that makes sense. And so, again, nobody was doing what I was doing. I couldn't be around the people that didn't really understand what it was that I was doing. So again, the strategy that you have to take is be around the people that you're around that are doing the things that you're doing. So back to my son, we are having a conversation, and there was a good conversation. We were at a yard sale, and there was a guy that was buying. Oh, look at that! That car flew out. There was a yeah. See, look at that. There was a guy that was buying. That was having a garage sale, and he was on 7 acres of land, and you had to go into um, you had to go into one yard to get to where the stuff was, and so the gate was open, and so what we ended up doing was pulling in. I'm having a conversation with him, me and my son, and he's in the real estate and everything and investments and stuff, and so I'm having a conversation with him, and so the conversation went like he's like this is his land and he's selling a part of it. We're looking for land, like I told you guys. If you guys know, you know, we're looking for land. And so when it comes to us looking for the land, this is right here in our backyard. Like this is better than the land. Confidence. You got to be confident in the conversations that you have. So listen, what I'm basically saying is that when it comes to ebb and flows, balance, conflict, opportunities. When it comes to you having a conversation with somebody who is doing the things, Emperor energy, right? Is doing the things that you want to do, that's stable and has I almost choked somebody's throat chakras off, but is stable and doing things that you want to do or need to do. You sometimes money is, you pay for a conversation. So we're talking and he's doing everything that my son wants to do, minus the cards and everything. And so we're talking and I'm like, how much is this? How much is that? And then I was like, okay, we're going to get all of this. And so as we keep going on, he didn't want money. He was just doing it to get rid of stuff. He's like a bag of tools for $10. Oh, like good tools for $10. That just shows you it's like, okay, I'm just getting rid of and making space. And then there was another tool, and so we only end up spending $30, but we got a conversation for that was worth millions of dollars, like just knowing and everything. And so I told my son for him to understand he's a broker. The guy that he's talking to is a broker, and that means that he's brokering deals. He's the person that everybody goes to broker a deal or to make deals. This is somebody that you want to continuously keep in your loop. Emperor energy, that's stable, that shows you and is doing the things that you want to do. You know what I mean? And so when it comes to rigid, you have to pay. And I asked him this: if you had to pay $1 million to be in the same room as Jay-Z, would you do it? Because you're paying for a conversation. You're paying for that. You're not paying for the dinner. You're paying, for a dinner with Jay Z. You're paying to be able to get closer to a conversation. Would you do it? Well, he knows who Jay Z is. So, of course, if he had it, he would do it. But sometimes people that don't have it spend their last to be able to hear and to get motivation. So, again, the people you spend the most time with shape who you are. And if it's somebody that's not in that situation, these are the ebb and flows of life when it comes to balance and having conflicted energy when it comes to being able to separate yourself, and not saying that you're funny, but just to know that these energies of legacies and comfortable comfortable conversations based upon uncomfortable conversations is what brings legacy, and what it always gets you around. So anyway, the rigid shadow, it says keep an open mind, try new things, and try not to take yourself too seriously. Embrace humor and flexibility. And then it says in here, like the downfalls of the rigid shadow, inflexible thoughts and behavior patterns, outdated beliefs, uptight, uncompromising. So you got to be able to compromise and do certain things. But again, you can't worry about people mocking you. It says, no matter how badly people treat you, never drop to their level, take the high road. And then it says, making fun of others, sarcasm, ridicule, taunt, insulting, and tease. So this is what you have to understand. Collaborations don't come with this type of energies, it comes with support. And when you understand the difference between support and people understanding what it is, then you become superior. Emperor energy, emperor and empress energy looks like to me right here next to each other. And so victim shadow, it says there's no such thing as hopeless situation. Rise above your circumstances and you will grow stronger. And that's what you want to be, stronger, wiser, right? And so that is where the nurturing and understanding, working smarter, not harder, recognizing the people that you're around, and also having a better outlook on where it is and not thinking that everybody is mocking you and that the people around you are going to mock you, because not the people that are doing things and understand what it's like to be stable or even to recognize their strengths and do something out of the limb in order for them to have their rewards is where you want to be at, and that's working smarter, not harder, and recognizing your strengths. But if you don't and you're around people that are going to keep you in limbo, oh boy, look at that, they're going to keep you in limbo and they're going to keep you struggling when you're trying to work on yourself and have your finances here. Well, this is when you start to take things personally and get in. You can't see, the windows open. Get into your Queen of Swords bag, and also understand that you're going to keep spending time and energy and finances on people who aren't doing the things that you want to do. So that's where this comes in, with spend time with the people who shape who you are, because this is the energy that you're around now. And while you're trying to work on yourself, it's causing struggle. So it's been 8 years since you've been through this situation, 5 years of struggling and or being in hangman energy trying to better yourself, and 8 years of working on yourself, and finally to realize that the people that are depleting you are the people that you've been around, and also the people that understand what stability and what learning is comes from them realizing that shopping isn't everything, and also that penny pinching isn't going to help them, in a situation of having conversations with people who are going to shape who they are. And that's where the growth comes in at, if that makes sense. I don't know, that's how that comes out to me. Let's pull from the stargazing oracle, and then we're going to go ahead and pull from the four agreements and the crystal deck. You have to be able to have a strategy and work smarter, not harder. And that is when it comes to, look at that change. Hold on. When it comes to change, solar eclipses, shocking events, fast changes, new chapters, leaving what is familiar, awakening, and feeling lost, because you've reached a plateau in this situation. And the blue moon, didn't this just happen? The blue moon. Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, I think it was the blue moon. Was it the blue moon? Yeah, I think it was the blue moon that just happened. Once in a lifetime opportunity. The impossible is possible. Something so rare you'd be lucky. Don't miss your chance. And so that is where the recognition is when it comes to your finances. You got to get out on the limb, step out on the limb and take a leap. Out on the limb is like Tina Marie's song. But the superior shadow, yeah. It says, careful not to confuse your self ideals and what you want to be with who you really are. Wait a minute. Let me read that over. Careful not to confuse your self ideals and what you want to be with who you really are, by trying to impress others. And so this is a superior shadow. You can be around all the people with that don't have what you're looking for, right? Or you can be around people who are going to help you grow into and recognize your strengths, and also have your rewards. So this superior shadow is different from this one. You know, this is wanting to spend and shop, and you know what I mean, and overspend and get you in debt. And this one is like, no, stable with a foundation. We're not talking about signs and who you're dealing with, but this is where the sudden change comes in, when you're around people who complete you and not deplete you. And this is who the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles becomes, because Not saying that you're superior or you're thinking that you're superior. You're around people who are going to always be takers and never givers. And that is where you won't grow. And the Queen of Pentacles says a loving family is one of the greatest blessings in life. Protect and care for them no matter what. That no matter what is you spending your time with people who are not going to shape who you are. And you know you're the mother of the zodiac, like Queen Amon Ra says. You have the power to keep pouring into others' cups, but you need to have balance and and then that'll be the ebb and flows instead of being in conflict with your inner self. And so the game is to work smarter, not harder. And one day you will be recognized, but you have to have a different outlook on why you have to nurture yourself and your childhood energies. And that's the strategy that you have moving forward when it comes to your finances. Does that make sense? So, in the process of this, let's pull from the four agreements. Card flies out. And it is be impeccable with your words. Cultivate faith. Cultivate faith. It says to have great faith is to have great power because your intent, your will is undivided. When your word is dissipated by doubt, the power of your word becomes even stronger. When your word is dissipated by doubt, meaning no doubt there, and that's where you recognize that being around the two different types of people will cause lack or it will cause strength. So this is why you need to say what you want, mean what you say, have this strategy, a better outlook, and understand why you're doing that. You guys can click up at the links to get the version of the four agreements. And well, it says the fifth agreement. Sunstone is here. Sun is always growth, and also the crystals for the chakras. Sacral, solar plex, and root chakra, empowerment, vitality, and joy. It says, I am proud of the person that I am. And so once you understand to be proud of the person that you are and what you're trying to do, the strategy and the things that you've been working on will all start to change. And that's where the solar eclipse happens. And I think we just did have a blue moon. I want to say it was. I can't remember. You guys put a moon in the comment if it was a blue moon. But there you have it. Let's let this old energy go. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. Remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or a situation. I love you guys.